My name is Matthew Childers, Full Tilt Bullies. I'm going to do this little video today. Recently I've been on some different websites, Craigslist, which is, you know, not a reputable one, but a decent place to sell puppies, but like Hobbly and just Facebook, different places. And the perception of the American bully world is just so wishy-washy and different these days. It just kind of got me thinking, you know, this right here is, I produced this female, her name's Foxy Red. You know, these videos don't give you any kind of real outlook on what they look like, but all the people that's came and seen her in person really know. She's like a little bit over like 2.5 years old. I have to go and look, but not even 3 yet. Every one of the dogs off of her litter was just you know, amazing. Her mother's amazing, her father's amazing. You know, really good dogs, good blood, good attitude, drive, great structure. She's, you know, don't have no flaws. Just a great dog. But like I said, the video today was just, I keep seeing it's like so many people try to get into this, and I don't know if they get into it thinking they're going to make a bunch of money, or, you know, for what reason they get into it. But there's a few things that you've really got to have in order to do this. Just like, you know, any business, you got to have passion, understanding, knowledge of what you're doing. You got to be relentless, persistent, stay on top of it. You got to know which direction you're going. I see exotics, XLs, and then, you know, you don't see a whole lot of good quality dogs. People think that they have good quality, but they got these little bent up dogs, or they got these big floppy, loose skin dogs. You know, American Bully, in my opinion, she is right with, and she has no Dax in her, no Miyagi, none of that crazy shit. You know, exotic Miyagi, that kind of crazy stuff. Now, Dax is some really good blood, depending on how you use it. If you go too far with it, then you get, you know, the adverse, the what you don't want. But she is just a good, solid built, all around dog. Now, what I did, I'm about 4.5 years into this. I have researched, just endless research, learned everything I can. I have put tons of time into it. They're family oriented. My family has, you know, been a big part of it. They love the dogs. It's, you know, it's a community network thing within my home, and a lot of my good friends I've met through this. And this will probably have to be a part 2, because it probably take a little bit of time. But if not, you know, like I said, just like any business or hobby that you're going to produce something for the public, you're going to have to take your time. I mean, I see these people with these, and I'm not trying to knock people, but, you know, you got terrible product, terrible dogs, you know, your yard is just dirty, or you're overpriced, you're trying to just charge out the rear end for dogs, and then you wonder why your dogs aren't selling. And I tell you, the majority of people that have come to me have been burnt one time before me. I rarely get a newbie to the breed. They see my dogs and say, man, we really liked your dogs, and, you know, we met this guy out somewhere, and the dog died 3 days later. Or, I mean, there's just a ton of stuff there. You know, all their health, you know, just feeding them good, keeping them wormed, loving them. Like I said, I've went over this before, but I'm going to really try to sit down and get a really good in-depth video going. But the main point of this one right here for now is, and I'm going to go through and show each one of the dogs I have now. I don't have a ton of dogs, but every one of mine and every one I have produced are quality, good looking dogs. But you've got to, in order to do this, you really got to have, the passion's got to be there. You got to take the time to understand it, to know what you're doing, and really put the effort into it. You can't jump in it halfway and think that you're going to make a bunch of money and just be able to produce great dogs. Like I said, I'm going to go through each one of my dogs, give a better look at them, and get back with you. But long story short with this video is take your time, figure out what you're doing if you're going to breed. Make sure that you got all your P's and Q's in order. Keep a clean, good, nice yard, healthy dogs, and look for, research it. ABKC has all the standards up, everything that you need to know, how to build a good dog. Go in there and look, research, talk to people, watch many videos as you can, and really take the time. And once it's not going a certain way, stop, restart, find you some better stock, invest some actual money into it, and do it the right way. I seen a comment, matter of fact, the other day, guy was like, well, he's looking for this and that, and then a guy commented something about color, and he's like, I'm not worried about color. Well, to me, I'm not worried about just color, but color is a big thing. Color's a really big thing. You get a dog that's predominantly spitting out white dogs, and no matter what you do, you're probably going to be stuck with just a whole bunch of white dogs. I bred a lot of fawns at one point because of that. I know this for a fact. Predominantly red dogs are going to spit more red dogs, just like with blue or anything. You got to look at every single aspect. You can't leave one stone unturned while doing this. Yes, it's just breeding dogs, but to us that are really passionate about this, it's more than that. We're creating a product just like any business or hobby that you sell your final product, and your name is going to be on this. Your word, your name, and what you're doing overall and putting out there is very important. So, like I said, I'll get back with you and put more out there. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. God bless.